Hey everyone, it's Waypoint here, and today I'm actually going to be talking about a topic that has sparked a lot of debates between the entirety of Spider-Man fans, and that is why I personally think that Gwen Stacy is easily Peter Parker's best love interest. From her debut in the Amazing Spider-Man comics to her tragic and impactful storylines, Gwen Stacy has an unimaginable mark on Peter Parker's life. But what makes her stand out from the other love interests like Mary Jane Watson or Felicia Hardy? Is it her intellect, her unwavering support for Peter, or perhaps the deep emotional connection that they share? I have so many actual ideas on why I personally believe this, but in this video, we're going to explore Gwen Stacy's character, her relationship with Peter Parker, and why she truly has the heart of Peter's heart and like his entire story. We'll break down key moments and analyze their chemistry kind of, but I'll even like do a lot of different things and just kind of put in my 2 cents to a lot of different aspects of her character and just really just say whatever I actually truly feel. But before we actually get into the video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell for more Spider-Man content and almost any more comic content in general. Also, if you guys do have any video ideas that you guys would like me to do, please put them down in the comment section, and if I like any of them, I will get to them. But if you guys want those videos to be top priority and made way sooner than anything else, consider hitting that like share, like that little, it's like a little heart thing that kind of gives you the option to basically super thanks and do like a super chat where you guys can just like give me a little thank and then just like add your video idea on top of that. If I see that, I'll actively make the video come out even faster. We either probably honestly within the week or within like an at least 14-day period, depending on what other videos I already have planned during that time. But with all of that said and done, let's actually get into the video. Alright, let's get started from the beginning. Gwen Stacy first appeared in The Amazing Spider-Man issue 31 in 1965, created by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko. From the start, Gwen Stacy was different. She was smart, driven, and shared a deep connection and intellectual connection with Peter. They met at Empire State University, where Gwen quickly caught Peter's eye, and unlike his earlier interest, Gwen challenged Peter academically and emotionally, creating a bond based off of mutual respect and admiration. In the cinematic world, Emma Stone's portrayal of Gwen Stacy in the Amazing Spider-Man movies brought this character to life brilliantly. Her character and chemistry with Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker was electric, showcasing their partnership built on teamwork and genuine affection. What really sets Gwen Stacy apart is her role in Peter's growth as both Spider-Man and as a person. She is not just love interest, she's a partner in his journey. Gwen's intelligence and resourcefulness often help Peter out through tight spots, proving that she's much more than the damsel in distress. One of the most powerful aspects in their relationship is the tragedy that surrounds it. Gwen's death in The Night Gwen Stacy Died is one of the most iconic and heart-wrenching moments in comic book history. This event not only shaped Peter's character, but also set a precedent for the emotional depth in superhero stories. Gwen's death taught Peter and the readers about the high stakes of being a hero. It's poignant a reminder that with great power comes great responsibility, and the losses that come with it. Despite her tragic end, Gwen Stacy's legacy lives on. She has inspired various adaptations, including the beloved Spider-Gwen character in parallel universes, which Gwen gains spider powers herself in almost the exact opposite way that Peter kind of has to deal with his own loss with Gwen. Instead of Gwen dying, it's Peter dying, and just kind of recreating that same sequence in the opposite fashion. There are so many things that I could talk about Gwen Stacy to just prove my statement, or at least give you reasonings to my statement of why I believe that she's Peter Parker's best love interest, but I'm not really going to even have to be able to talk about a lot of those because there's just so many different things and different examples of why like I actually feel this way. I recently made a video a while back where it was me talking about why Spider-Man's love interests give me trust issues, and With that specific video, I was just specifically talking about like a lot of the wrongdoings and a lot of the things that each of Spider-Man's love interests have done to him that kind of really create a lot of trust issues within relationships. Obviously, Gwen Stacy was on this list as being one of the staple characters and love interests of Peter Parker and Spider-Man, but even then, each of one of Spider-Man's love interests have been able to do a lot of different things that would really be considered trust issue related or be considered problematic. But that is really just a staple part of all of their characters. Mary Jane, Felicia Hardy, and almost any of the other randos that Peter has been able to hook up with and date throughout his time in the Spider-Man comics really usually shows that there's only two real kinds of Spider-Man love interests: the damsel in distresses, or the people that actually bring something of value to Spider-Man's relationship or entire being as a whole. Gwen Stacy, for me, stands away from that damsel in distress title because of the fact that she actually usually brings something into the relationship. Whether it's the fact that she's almost usually decently close to intelligent as Peter and actually has some kind of mental connection right there, or the fact that one, we obviously have her father, his connection to Peter and being Captain Stacy, which almost usually has that canon event of dying and causing like another realization for Peter. But either way, there's usually just that big giant connection between those two that Gwen Stacy is usually able to actively help. And also due to the fact of her being his first true love interest, and like her being like just right there for him early on, it usually just gives them an even better relationship due to the fact of him knowing her for so long. And yes, I was talking about the fact that she did die in one of the most tragic ways, the way that basically has impacted a lot of Spider-Man stories and almost his entire mentality and like fortitude, has really just caused a very big problem in his mind as a whole, and like caused like a thing where even that we see in like Spider-Man No Way Home with Andrew Garfield, a entire thought process where he believes that he failed, where he believes that he wasn't able to save the one person that he was truly supposed to be able to save, the person that he loved, and just caused him into this entire mode of panic, entire mode of darkness, and a long time just where he felt like he wasn't enough, where he wasn't the correct thing, where he was just messing up and causing more problems. He understood that he knows what the consequences are. That's honestly one of the main reasons I believe that she is his best love interest. Even if she's died, and even if she's not always able to be around, like as his full-on love interest, like Mary Jane is, she gave him probably one of the most important lessons, and she actively gave him like that true one meaning that, oh yeah, I lost Uncle Ben. He's gone. I wasn't able to save him, so let me be able to just continue on, knowing that with great power comes great responsibility, knowing that I have to be able to save people. Or now he's lost yet another person due to the fact that he is Spider-Man and he wasn't able to save her, even no matter how hard he tried, he wasn't able to save her. That one feeling right there leads him and could just easily lead him into that point of utter distress and chaos. There are so many things, from the way that they are usually interacting to the way that they actually have almost perfect chemistry no matter what time that I see them. Comparatively to like someone like Mary Jane, with whose chemistry with Peter Parker is usually sometimes dull in my opinion in almost any actual form of fiction that she's written in, whether it's comics, whether it's almost any live action. Besides, like, obviously you can some usually say like with the newest one there's actual like decent chemistry there, but there's usually not really much chemistry, in my opinion, between Peter and MJ. Even if we're going into the comics, where they always usually have having some kind of marital problems, or they're just usually in some kind of spat, or they're just like not either not talking, or he has to completely give up everything to make sure she doesn't know who he is, or do so many different things that usually cause so much problems. Him and Gwen really obviously wouldn't have that problem, and they usually actively saw more eye to eye than a lot of other people. Felicia Hardy is basically a villain, so they usually have some kind of problems anyways right there. So there's just never actually anything for them to be able to do. Gwen Stacy is just one of those characters that in almost every brand of fiction that you've been able to see her in, she's a highlight in Peter's life. She's probably one of the more bright spots in his life and one of the actual things that truly makes him happy. No matter if she's gonna not be there the entire time, she's at least someone who we've seen has an actual good relationship with Spider-Man comparatively to anybody else that he has had into any actual relationships with. In conclusion, Gwen Stacy's intelligence, bravery, and deep emotional connection that she shares with Peter makes her, in my opinion, the best love interest that he has. Her story is a cornerstone in the Spider-Man saga, adding layers and depth to the emotional connection and resonance that the fans have had till this day. Now, I honestly want to hear from you. Do you guys agree that Gwen Stacy is Peter's best love interest, or do you believe someone else that Peter has been in a relationship with is the best? Let me know down in the comments below. But obviously, don't forget to like, leave a subscribe, hit the notification bell for any more character analysis or just like actual rants on my end for either the Marvel universe, DC universe, or almost any comic universe in general. But I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching, and peace.